Welcome, Pathfinders, back to the Find the Path podcast playthrough of Mummy's Mask, still in Book 1. How's everybody doing?
The one with the TPK.
With the TPK.
Enough talking. We need to murder this thing. Go, go, go.
We may or may not be about to die.
Cue the combat music.
We are covered in sand.
Yes, when last we left off, our intrepid adventurers had made their way further into the Sanctum of the Erudite Eye. You guys had I would say an almost painfully easy encounter with a set of jackals.
Hey, it's not my fault. I rolled real high on my channel dice.
Yeah, clerics with their channeling, blasting them into dust. So, you guys feeling confident when you guys walked into the inner sanctum? You're like, oh, well, undead.
This is some shenanigans right
I
here.
sipped on some water and it did nothing bad.
You sipped on some water, did nothing bad. Sudi tossed a gold coin into the sacred
And that
font.
did a bad thing.
And that did summon a little elemental bro.
Sudi, really?
I don't think any of you still got even a chance to... I don't think Sagira
No,
ever got
I
a
didn't make
chance
my
to...
identify. I rolled like a 6.
So you guys had continued forward, at which point Sudi had his tail pulled and was punched repeatedly in the back and over the back of the head by a tiny
rock
little...
guy.
I'll actually...
Is he
I'll
cute?
post up a picture
I bet
of...
she's cute.
He's kind of like almost comedically cute, sort of.
If he wasn't like breaking my spine.
He's like peeling himself away from a wall.
Oh, that's
Cool.
actually
Oh, he's on the back of the book.
Bringing
He's kinda
with him the
cute.
hieroglyphs and everything else. Yeah, he's also on the back of the book.
That's actually pretty cool.
We'll post up a picture of that because he's pretty cool looking. That's actually a picture of Horus too. But yeah, punched the crap out of Sudi a little bit. But what honestly seems to have been the major kicker for this fight was a div.
The curse happy div.
The curse happy div who's sitting there looking at you with his one big cyclops eye surrounded by crazy teeth. Looking
Eyelashes of fangs.
He really looks like something...
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's
Bangaline.
Abaddon?
No, he really looks like something from like Del Toro's sketchbook, though. Like some sort of crazy thing that should have been included in the second Hellboy. Just blasting you all with his crazy cursing eye, and that so far I believe has stunned one party member and confused the second one. Yeah, so I suppose I'll give in to Jordan's request there.
Whose turn is it?
Cue up a little bit
He
of
probably stopped at the top of the initiative
combat
if he was a
music
wise
there.
man.
So when last we left off, Sagira had rushed forward towards it.
Yep.
Had closed in on it.
Nope.
I did not stop at the top of the initiative.
Really?
Because I wanted to open up with its turn.
Oh, of course.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Jerk.
Thanks a lot, Rick.
Boo.
Which brings us back to the div.
I want to poke it in its big
Sitting
eye.
pretty here.
Poke it right in the
That's
eye.
probably its weakness. I mean, if we're using video game logic.
If I poke
If
it in
I'm
the
using-
eye,
Is it
Ocarina of
glowing
Time
red?
logic.
Yeah, I was like, is it glowing red?
cold worked.
Somebody shoot a hook shot at it real quick.
In the sandstorm.
Stun and then slash. That's what works.
I'm gonna run it. I am running and I will be slashing, so that's what I'm gonna do.
He's going to 5-foot step back as he slides away from Sagira.
You got step up yet?
No, at the 3rd level.
Can we like...
You had 2 opportunities to get that feat. I'm just asking.
I'm sorry, I have weapon focused Kokesh.
Did we keep those Tanglefoot bags by any chance?
Please
they're-
Tanglefoot it right in
I
the
think
dang
someone's
eye.
carrying them, but
Sudi would be.
it's definitely not
considering-
Sagira.
No.
So
Trip
interesting
over
thing
himself.
about the treasure, as Sudi would go and look in his brain, no, we don't have any Tanglefoot bags. They weren't in the
Yeah, I think they
They were on
only
that
had
kid.
one each.
Yeah, they threw them all at us.
They threw both of their
Oh.
Tanglefoot bags. So, it would slide back. It begins calling upon its innate magical power.
Don't like it.
We're going to see how this turns out. Anyone that has spellcraft,
Don't have.
go ahead and roll it for me.
I shake my fist in rage.
Onuris gets a 20 on his spellcraft.
On yours, you hear a voice on the wind.
Oh, God.
At the very least, this strange hissing, whispering sound, despite the fact that this thing doesn't have a mouth. You know that it's summoning
Oh gosh, darn it!
in the way that many outsiders do.
It's summoning something.
I
So
bet
I'm
it's
gonna-
a big old thing.
I'm going to pull back the screen a little bit for all the listeners out there and players here. I've got a 25% chance to summon 1d2 further divs to complicate
It's another
this.
head for us to stab with arrows.
I'm foreseeing a tactical retreat in our future.
So 76 and up.
Roll low.
Swear to God.
That's a 70
Okay.
and a 1.
Yeah!
Fizzle
So
that
with the
spell.
71, no, it doesn't fizzle. It's just he goes like, "Hey, demons, guys, how about you help me?" And they're like, "No." That's
It's
exactly
tea
what he said.
time in Abaddon.
Otherwise, you would have summoned 1d2 of the head that you had to fight in the previous thing.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
We don't have any. Well,
No. That would just be just our luck, though, that you
I
would pull that
have-
off and then get 2 dibs.
I have 7 more cold iron arrows.
There'd be some grappling.
On
Yeah,
yours.
always.
I have 4.
Nice.
All right, I know it's that direction.
Yep, roll me a d10.
We are in lightning bolt formation. For
6.
those of you keeping track at home.
Yes, the party is crowded onto one half of the field. Onuris still standing astride the top of the platform with the statue of
I wish
Nethys.
I could say he was looking epic, but with that strength drain, it's not really
He
happening.
looks sad.
The rest of the party just crowded down along the left-hand side, wedged between the pillar and the fountain. They've made their way forward. I think everyone's still eyeing suspiciously back towards the pillar that may or may not contain a tiny little elemental guy
Yeah.
with fists of fury.
6.
6. So you can see, from your vantage here, you can see 30 feet, which 10 feet ahead of you is Sudi. 20 feet ahead, so 10 feet beyond Sudi, is Sitra. 5 feet past that is Sagira. And that's all you can see. But they seem to be pursuing something
All
down
right,
there.
well, I'm going to move forward.
All right. Pop down off the platform. It's only 5 feet high.
Yeah, can I see that thing now?
You can now see it as you close in on it. As you're weighing your limited magic.
Yeah, I only have 1 spell left, so screw it. I'm going to go ahead and cast Outburst.
Sound burst.
Hopefully it hurts it. It was not immune
He has no ears.
to that.
He has no ears, and yet somehow he's still.
It's force.
All right, I get a 23 on the concentration check because of the sandstorm.
All right. Believe it is a second level spell.
Yes.
Yeah. So that passes the DC 12. You'll need to roll for spell resistance.
19.
A 19 will overcome its spell resistance.
Yay!
I believe he also gets a save.
Yes, for this sun effect.
Fortitude or be blinded? No, it's
Fortitude
stunned.
or
No,
be
it's Fortitude or
stunned for
stunned.
1 round.
All right.
The Fortitude
Here
save is a
goes.
DC 16, and it takes a D8 of damage.
I got a 13.
So it's stunned, and it takes 7 points of sonic damage.
You would
Bravo.
blast it.
Sick.
Sonic, one of the things that it is not resistant to, as it recoils back from the hit with that.
That's
There you
the
go.
last of my magic.
This blast of sound would disperse the air around it like some sort of miniature sonic boom before blasting it back against the wall. It would stand there dazed, its gaze with its one massive eye is oddly unfocused. Onuris did need to make a fortitude save.
Oh, looking at it.
God.
Come
Oh, that's
to
really
range to see
good.
it.
That's a 20.
20 will pass your fortitude save. So from Onuris, blasting this thing with its arcane power, we go to Sudi. Sudi, your ready to action did not go off.
It's
Yay.
stunned until my next turn. Take advantage.
I will be taking it.
I like that you use those words. It's like, it's stunned until my next turn.
that was Heather, not on Urus talking.
what does Onuris tell Sudi?
On Urus, can I tell that it's stunned?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's reeling. It's staggered back.
On Urus would say my magic's probably stunned it for a moment.
Sudi would
Take
run.
advantage.
Sudi would run
Keyword
forward. Got it. And punch it.
Sudi launches himself forward,
In the
slides
eyeball.
around to its
My-
side.
my
He slides
brain
around. Yeah, he
thesaurus
slides
is
around to the
not
side next to the entrance of this room that they came into.
It does, while stunned, its gaze is still functioning. You will need to make a fortitude save closing on it.
Punch it in the eye.
I get a 23.
23? Yeah, you're good. You would just kind of barrel through it.
I then punch it in the eye with an 11.
An 11, you say.
How bad is that stun penalty?
It's pretty bad. Your fist rebounds off of its rubbery hide, though.
Oh.
It is its flat-footed AC -2, but it has a lot of natural armor.
Curses.
So Sudi would try to punch it to seemingly no effect.
Sudi is sad.
Citra,
Get in there.
Yeah.
you babbled incoherently. You're going to need to make another.
God, please
fortitude
don't
save.
attack nearest target.
Fortitude save. It's a fortitude save, right?
No, it's
fortitude
a
save.
percentage.
Oh, I
It's
thought.
fortitude save.
No, she's only confused
Oh,
for
she's
one
only
round.
confused for
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
round.
that's-
Okay, JK.
This might be a little bit better.
Get in
Wait,
there.
do I
Blade.
get the +2 for the gaze attack?
Yeah.
Yes.
18.
18 is good.
Get in there and sneak attack it.
can
I
flank it. You
am
can
going to, flanky flank. And
So you go basically,
Good job.
you rush forward, shove past Sagira, slip between two pillars,
Like,
spin around the outside of the two pillars through the sandstorm, and then launch yourself into a flanking position with Sudi.
Yep.
yeah.
Go with that. Go with that.
So you dive.
Can this one be critical?
It, in fact, can be
Ah,
critical.
thank goodness.
It is also
gracious.
flanked.
Get it, girl.
Okay, so that would be 25.
A 25 will hit your flat-footed, stunned, flanked target.
Will a 19 confirm?
A 19 will confirm your critical hit sneak attack as you would
it.
bury your blade in its eye.
And it's eye. You're like, this
It's
is how
really
it
its
works.
only
So times 2
vulnerable.
critical, so math would be 18 points of damage.
Jeez.
Gracious.
You would bury your blade even with its damage reduction, still viciously stabbing it. Bury your blade to its hilt in its eye, ripping your blade free as optical fluid would spray out like water from an overfilled balloon. Despite that, it still staggers and reels. It is still standing.
Gross.
From Sitra, who has just viciously stabbed this foe, we go to Sagira.
Sagira steps forward.
Get in
Makes
there.
a fortitude save.
She makes a fortitude save.
Did I not pop the eyeball?
No. Sorry.
Flavor
She
text.
gets the 10.
Oh no.
Go ahead and bounce me percentile.
Oh no. That's not good. 54.
You are going to strike yourself for 1d8 plus your strength modifier.
I rolled low.
Yay.
As you just kind of like flail around with your sword, confusedly whipping your blade around at the sand. From there, we go to the creature, which is stunned. Onuris.
Yay.
It is no longer stunned.
Get in there.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out a way to get in there where I'm not gonna get in Sagira's way.
Just go 15, 20.
Yeah, that's gonna
But
provoke
you're
an attack of
provoked,
opportunity.
Yeah.
You could get forward and provoke, or just deal with
Or
getting in
Sagira
Sagira's
can
way.
take that 5 to step back.
Regardless, go ahead and start your turn with a fortitude save.
Can I take a 5-foot step through there? There's like a
Okay,
sharp thing.
13.
She could not take a 5-foot step through there. Not past that.
Onuris only gets a 13.
13. Yeah, what goes around? Onuris is stunned.
It doesn't
Moving
matter.
from
anyway.
Onuris, Sudi.
Sad. It's now flanked. I full out attack it.
Very well. You
With a flurry of blows.
Sudi steps forward and goes nuts on this thing.
25 with the flank.
A 25 will
Bravo.
hit your flanked target, although his AC is back up again.
With 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
9 points of, I believe, magical?
They are in fact magical.
9 points.
Sudi's got the magic hands.
Magic touch.
I got the
You
magic
would
touch.
slam it, dealing some damage, although it's still standing as you've effectively grabbed onto it and begin rapid fire punching it into its side.
Rapid fire punch number 2 is a perfect 20.
That will hit threat. Roll to confirm.
I only get a 13 to confirm, so it's probably not going to confirm, but I do hit it.
The 13 will not even confirm against your flank target.
Sad. I, however, do 6 points of damage to it.
You managed to kind of injure it. It seems to be getting its feet back under it at this point.
Yeah, well, I tried.
Those weird little goat feet.
Yep.
Oh yeah, hooves.
But that brings us back around to Sitra, who still has the flank.
Kill it, Citra.
Now you have 2 attacks.
Murder it.
Do I have to make a thing?
You do need to make a fortune save.
You have your cold.
No, it's not gonna help though. 10 again.
Maybe you'll
Wait,
be confused and
do
you'll
you
get
remember-
attack nearest
Remember your
target.
coal bonus. I don't think that's really going to matter, but
That is with the gold bonus.
sad.
Yeah, let's go ahead and give you a percentile roll.
Attack
Hit
nearest
nearest
target.
target.
Attack nearest target. 95.
69.
Dang
You
it.
are going to strike yourself
Dang
for
it.
1d8 plus strength modifier damage.
It's a good thing I don't have a strength modifier.
Take that
See,
D8.
if Onuris did that right now, would I do a D8 minus 1?
Dang it!
Yeah.
God, why do I hurt myself?
Lightly touch yourself.
This is one of those times where having good dice luck actually backfires.
Alright.
But yeah, you would ram your Kopesh into your
I
thigh.
don't have a Kopesh.
Sorry, you would ram your Kukri into your thigh. Sagira Maibe.
Can I
Fortitude
move?
save.
Hiya. No. Well, maybe. I got a 13.
13. Let's go ahead and roll that percentile for me again.
85.
85.
Here we go.
85 is going to be attack nearest creature. There's a 50-50 chance between this div and Onuris. Well, I would say... Yeah, I'm going to say that because the others are, like, technically, like, 15.
Yeah, but
feet.
she's
They're
looking at
And
the
it's
scary
sandy, yeah.
thing.
Oh, actually, go ahead and... Well, no, because if you couldn't see one, you wouldn't be able to see the other if the sandstorms... Go ahead and roll me a d10 to see how far you can see through the sandstorm.
6.
6. So you can see them both clearly, so go ahead and roll me percentile, 51 and above, you attack it, 50 and below, you attack on yours.
I get a 70.
Thank God, because I don't want you attacking.
I'm attacking a creature.
So yes, you managed to roll high enough, you attack, stepping forward against the creature, blinding sand in your face as you stride up to it.
I get a 28.
A 28 will
Which is
strike
a
your
threat.
target. That is a threat hit.
Wow.
Roll to confirm.
I get a 27 to confirm.
In
Bravo.
your
This is why
blind,
I'm glad it's
confused
not
rage,
Onuris.
you stride forward, scoring a critical hit as you heft your kopesh, still two-handed,
Yep.
overhead. Chop it down.
Okay, that's
Your
nice.
Suli blood knew that this guy was not good business.
You scream out it in Terran, none of the rest of you can understand. Also, it's gibberish.
I do 28 damage.
Wow. Wow.
There's an eyeball explosion in the center as you bury your blade into this thing, sending bits of vitriol and chunks of other such flying in every direction. Sudi's
Side
hit in the
note,
face with a
how many
super
hit points
hard
you have?
lens of a giant eyeball.
Side note, if that was on yours, he would be at -6 right now.
It's a good thing it wasn't me.
Oh, man. That would have actually...
It's a good thing you have a backup healer. All.
Oh god, you're dead!
actually, thankfully, would not have actually outright killed me, but I would have been at -7.
And as it would fall
I would've been
splattering
at-
to the ground,
I would have been at -18.
Oh, I would have outright killed you.
Glad I didn't
Ouch.
hit any of my
I'm going to
friends.
assume the party just kind of clusters for a second as this sandstorm blows through.
What the heck happened to the
Wait,
little
wasn't
thing that
there
grabbed
a
my
rock thing?
What's
It
happened to the
stopped
thing that grabbed my
attacking.
tail?
What on earth happened? This is disgusting.
Oh, this is a div. They hate genie kind and they're evil.
Obviously.
From Abaddon, it's like they're like genies that became evil, and its eye was literally like an evil eye.
I feel like every single time we go out, I need the scrubbiest shower I can possibly get my hands on.
Onuris puts a hand over you and creates water.
Sagira walks over to the fountain and drinks water.
What does Sudi do?
Sudi waits in line for his bath time.
I drink the water. I don't think
He's
it's
gonna let
bad.
somebody else take this one for the team.
Oh, okay.
The cat waits for someone to soak him with water. Okay. I
Yeah.
imagine he probably watches back towards that pillar, suspiciously waiting for something.
Also,
Yeah, I was gonna
possibly
say, what
that.
happened with that?
It doesn't emerge.
Maybe it ran out of time, or it was like, nah, this is scary, and it ran away. Or I'm gonna bring it back by taking a drink of water. I don't know.
You take a drink of cool, refreshing water. I actually don't think any of you hurt that bad physically. You just feel you're
I am
having
slightly
difficulty
injured.
coordinating yourself at all to even get over to the fountain. Actually, what does that
I'm
drop your
down by
dexterity
17
An 8.
points.
to? 8? Yeah,
No, I'm down.
Yeah, you're injured. I'm injured because I hurt myself,
that is true.
but I'm only down 7.
Onuris took no hit point damage this entire fight. He's A-okay besides that string drain.
Besides the fact that I could barely lift my weapon. Akentepe's shield and sword aren't doing a whole lot for you right now.
Do we think that there is any possible way that Valeriana and her stupid hat could possibly have survived this?
If
Well, she's
they-
not in here.
If they didn't
See it.
see it or decided to let them pass.
It hates spellcasters also.
There's no bodies. That's the most important part. If
Yeah.
there's no bodies, they're still alive.
They may have come in here when it wasn't in here, and it's in here now.
I mean,
who
this
knows?
place also now looks like a battlefield. Sand blasted everywhere, blood splattered across everything.
Yeah.
Unless that person came along and cleaned up all the sand from the previous fight, that would seem unlikely. The one thing I will point out to you, actually, go ahead and, let the party make a knowledge religion.
Oh, I can actually make that. Hey.
Oh, they're followers of Nethys.
I get a 7.
I also
Oh,
get
it probably
25.
doesn't attack.
I get 25 on the knowledge religion.
They had a 24.
Yeah, there are 3 followers of Nethys there. This is an outsider. Maybe the Nethians who lived here before were just really freaking bitter and had a cruel sense of humor and found an outsider that hated wizards to guard a place sacred to
And
spellcasters.
since they follow Nethys, it
They
wouldn't
could have just let them pass.
It's a possibility it could have let
Isn't
them
it
pass.
Weird. Then I kind of
But I
feel bad
mean,
for
you
it.
have no evidence to support that. It's just another possibility. You do garner experience, though, for defeating a challenge rating of 4, netting the party 300 XP.
What about the little guy?
He's still out there.
He's going to be stalking us the rest of this time, waiting for the perfect time to backstab me.
Maybe you
I'm going
should
to
go
go pick
get
my
your
gold
coin.
piece up. I'm taking it back, Nethys. I'm sorry.
Say sorry, yeah.
You're taking it back.
I'm sorry, Nethys. I'm
All
sorry
right.
I tried to donate money to your cause.
Nobody worships here anymore.
Clearly. Ugh.
Well, do we want to continue on and try to find them just in case, or...
If they're
mean-
here, they're not going to leave until they find what they want. And unless we catch them with items from this site, we can't do anything to prosecute them in the eyes of the law.
And waiting for them to come out is not going to necessarily prove that the items that they have came from here, so we need to catch them in the act, as it were.
Sudi would also know that he'd be breaking the law if he chose to stay here. You're not allowed to stay inside of the necropolis at night.
Also that.
It's not
But
nighttime.
the disembodied voice said.
Well, yeah, but it's just a little, you can't like just camp outside and try
Yeah,
to break
that's-
them
that's
out.
also true.
Oh, okay.
Well, do we have any healing at all?
I can still channel some energies, but that's about it.
Well, I'm bleeding everywhere.
We're gonna have a couple of people staying guard at the door, then we're gonna have Sudi run all the way back into town, buy up a bunch of healing potions, and run all the way back.
Please, no.
On yours channels, everybody gets 10.
Hey, I'm back at full.
Me too.
Good
Nice
for
little
you.
pick me up for the party.
I'm still down 7. Well,
You actually
make it.
got whipped worse than I did.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys have much for the healing kit yet.
No, we have nothing.
They haven't
Healer's
found
kit?
A big old bag of nothing.
Yeah.
We really should have bought some potions.
I had a potion, but we drank it.
We had 2 potions and we drank both of them.
Yeah. Alright, so we've got all kinds of exits from here.
So at the moment, there were 2 doors, one on the east and one on the west when you first came in the entryway. You then walked into the inner sanctum. Now there are 2 sets of double doors, stone doors. In the first area, there were just arches. There were no doors. So doorways. In here, there are 2 stone doors, one on the left open, one on the right closed. And then 2 smaller side passages further along. So you have 6 ways to go at the moment. 3 along the eastern wall, 3 along the western.
Where would a church keep its good stuff?
Well, don't we think 2 of those rooms are probably just the little priest's rooms or something? Is that what you said when you were describing it last episode?
It looks like the 2 side passages that come off of either side of the upper platform would probably lead to be somewhere more church related and not for the lay worshippers.
That leaves a
means we
lot
would
in our
wanna go
back,
there,
though.
right?
The only thing that was disturbed here was the hallway that skeletal dog came through, right? All the other doors were closed besides the archways.
Yes.
Let's go down
The
that
set of
hallway
double doors
and
on
see if
your
there's any
left-hand
other
side are-
offshoots with more open doors. 'Cause
So
if they
go
just
through the
cut through and
ones
went
on the
that
left.
way,
Okay.
Yeah.
The double doors that are open.
Maybe once we're out of the sandstorm, I can look for tracks again.
The sandstorm would die away after about 5 minutes.
Well, I can't look in here.
Jeez, I guess I'll just leave the room.
Yeah,
for
we
5
definitely
minutes.
are gonna just get in this hallway.
but yeah, I mean, we can go down that hallway. The storm is the storm, man.
Yeah, I know, but I want to look for tracks once we're out of the storm, like in things that weren't affected by the storm.
Yeah, because anything in there tracks wise is gone.
Well, didn't she already lose the trail in there anyway?
Yeah.
I did, but I could pick up more tracks if I was somewhere
If we
else.
stumble upon them.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we'll go.
yeah. I mean, this is gonna be Jackal. Hopefully, it just swoops back around, and then we're like, well, okay. Anybody have an alarm? We could like rig the door so we would hear them if they try to leave,
It's arcane magic.
That's arcane magic that we don't have.
or a bell on a string, or
That would
like
require a bell and string, which we don't have.
I don't know. We have a rogue. I have a ranger's kit.
You're like, we need to find the reliquary first, find their sacred bells, and then I'll string up their sacred bells out here.
I have whatever comes.
And
That's
I'll
definitely-
throw them into the pool.
Whatever comes in a ranger kit is what I have.
Is there like a vase or anything sitting around? Anything breakable?
No.
I have a pot or something that could be loud.
Just stick it on top of the doorframe.
How about you do it? Because you're probably better at setting things like this up.
Pushing open these doors.
Yes, and then I'm going to set a pot atop the door so if anybody moves it again, it'll crash and let us know that somebody's behind us.
Okay.
It's a simple trick.
Surprisingly effective.
Mundane stuff. Take that,
It would
Nethys.
not be noticeable from inside of the Sanctum. Well, I mean, someone would still get a perception roll to see it, but it would be harder to notice from inside the Sanctum.
Still hard to open a door without knocking a pot over.
Going through this door, you would enter into a hallway. This hallway stretches some 30 feet ahead of you. Immediately off towards your right and left would be 2 curtains, which would obscure archways behind them. These curtains themselves are ancient and rotted. Strange considering that everything else here has been kept in pristine condition. But these curtains have just been left to age in time.
So he's like Oscar Wilde, either these curtains go or I do.
Just past those, the hallway branches, about midway down its length, heading south. You can still see the bloody paw prints, or skeletal prints, left over from the creature, as that's the direction that it came from whenever it was fighting Sagira and then ran the length of the hallway through that door and then to attack Sudi. So that should take you somewhere back in the direction of the front. Past this branching hallway, you would see that there are a set of double doors on your right. And then at the very end of the hallway, it enters into a room, although you can see that the floor immediately drops away. As if there's a pit in there, or possibly a bathing room. You're not entirely positive, you can't see from here.
Can I look for tracks?
Yeah, you can make a survival check to look for traps.
I roll real bad. That is an 8.
8? No, you don't see anything. There are 2 doors, one off towards or 2 archways with curtains, one off towards your right and left, a hallway just off towards your left past those, a set of double doors on your right past that hallway, and then it enters into that room with the sunken floor.
Oh my gosh.
This place is amazing.
We're never gonna find them.
Everyone may make me a perception roll if they so wish.
Dang it.
I get a 24.
Sudi gets a 10.
Oh, sorry, a 26 because city.
Citra gets a 15.
Onuris also gets a 26.
Go. All of you would smell that something foul is in the air from the archway off towards your right. This cloying scent of rotten decay.
I'm gonna yank down the curtain.
You rip it down?
Yeah.
Go. Go ahead and make me a strength check.
Oh yeah, I'm so strong. I say and
It's
roll
not
a-
on your strength. Although I think you still have average human strength, but...
No, we
Sigira's
have
just-
an 8 right now.
Oh, okay.
Sigira's just
You have
tripping.
average halfling strength.
I rolled a 10.
You rolled a 10? That's enough.
Okay, cool.
It is old and rotten.
so strong.
There would be a rain of bronze rings, as it's one of those, like, it's a curtain, but it's held up by rings along a central support bar. The bar seems to be in fine shape, well polished and taken care of. Strangely, the rings don't.
That's weird.
As you would rip this down, beyond this you would find a small, maybe bedroom? Probably some sort of maybe dormitory? A small private room with area to meditate and sleep, with a bed frame and what looks to be a footlocker bolted down to the floor. The curtains, the bed frame, the footlocker, they all look dusty but in good repair. The bedding, however, has rotted away. And even as you would rip this open, you'd see a couple of insects that would scurry free from it and skitter across the wall.
Where's that smell coming from?
A pile of bare bones has been kicked unceremoniously into this chamber.
Bear as in B-E-A-R or B-A-R?
There's a bear!
Bear bones.
Bone of bear.
They found a bear. They brought it here.
B-A-R-E.
Okay.
An old broken scimitar lies next to it.
Okay, so they destroyed the skeleton, maybe.
These bones are scorched,
Yeah.
and some amount of smoke would actually still rise from them.
So they just killed these.
Next to it would lie a corpse. This has suffered a number of recent injuries. This one looks to be old, but no more than maybe... The bones look to be fairly old. Probably at the very least decades, if not centuries.
Okay.
The other body is sun-dried, but still a little squishy. It probably hasn't been dead for more than maybe 3 or 4 months.
Was it a zombie?
You may make a knowledge religion observing it. You may also make a heal check if you so wish.
Wait, what was the other check?
Heal. Heal or knowledge religion.
I'm gonna knowledge religion.
Onuris gets a 17 on religion, but only a 10 on the heal check.
Sudi has a 23 religion.
7 religion.
Okay. So you're glancing them over, you basically reach a hand down, feeling that these bones are still warm. As you pass your hand back over them, they were scorched by some sort of fire recently.
Which means we're going the right way.
Sudi and Onuris would both kind of confer. This body, both of these bodies were at some point animated recently.
Cool.
The skeleton seems to have been destroyed, as was the zombie. The skeleton was obviously burned. With your heal check, you can't determine how this zombie was killed. But it does seem to have sustained numerous injuries from some sort of slashing weapons.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Detect Magic on the off chance that there's something here.
Detecting magic. There's no magic in this chamber.
We need to move on. We're getting closer.
Foot chamber, or the foot locker, is it open?
You can grab onto the footlocker and lift it up. Again, surprisingly, this footlocker is in almost pristine condition, despite the fact that it is of a style as old as everything you've run into elsewhere. Opening it up, though, the contents are what look to have been maybe robes, as well as bedding, so on and so forth. These have decayed beyond recognition.
Okay. Carry on?
Yeah, check behind the next curtain. Is it another little room like this?
The curtain opposite of that one?
Yeah.
Opening that one, it is a room almost identical. It is slightly smaller, and sans dead bodies.
What's the next thing we come across going down the hall?
There is a hallway that makes its way off towards your left, making its way back south. Glancing down that way, you can tell that this hallway goes for some distance. You'd say no more than about 20 feet or so. As I think all of you have dark vision, and the rest of you have low light vision, since Citra's still rocking the eyeliner. You can see that there's a curtain down towards the end of it. This hallway goes down before it intersects with another hallway. This one's smaller, only about 5 feet wide, while this hallway that you're looking down is about 10 feet wide. Depictions of Nethys cover the surrounding walls on both your left and right, and the ceiling still soars up to a height of some 15 feet. Ahead, you can see that where it branches, it makes its way both left and right, but where basically it hits the opposite side of the wall, you can see that there's another curtained archway. You can see the tiny little footprints from the skeletal dog which ran from this direction. You can still head towards the double doors that's still in the hallway that you're in, or towards the end of this hallway where you see the depression. You can now make that out, since you've gone halfway down this hallway, that it seems to be maybe some sort of bathing chamber.
Double doors?
If you go down this hallway, you're leaving those double doors at your back.
I mean,
if you go for the double doors, you're leaving
I
this hallway at your back.
So
Might as
we
well
should at
open
least
double
check
doors.
the
Well, I
double
mean,
doors.
either way we're going, we're leaving something behind.
It's true.
Well, we can come back to this hallway.
Yeah, we need to pick up the
You
set.
can
though.
never come back. Anyway.
Do not make an all dogs go to heaven reference.
That is like
That is no.
That is a dark movie for a child to watch.
Fun fact. That guy, one of the animators on that, used to work at my company.
Fun fact,
Okay.
that movie made me cry as a child because I had pet cats, not pet dogs.
Cats go there too.
Cats go to heaven too.
Yeah.
They're
That was
just friends
a really-
with the devil, so they can go both.
Yeah.
I mean, of
Just a
course
really
they're
dark-
friends with the devil.
So you're approaching the double doors?
Yeah.
Approaching towards the double doors. These double doors are large. They are well made and seemingly well maintained. Approaching towards the door, though, it stands closed, it's well maintained. There are still wall murals depicted on every side of this, seemingly depicting Nethys. Along your right-hand side as you approach, Nethys basically reaching down and helping build and construct fine structures for people, aiding the crops and the raising peasantry up to the positions of power by granting them arcane might. On the opposite wall, you see him laying devastation to the exact same people.
Of course.
Glancing over as you begin to approach towards the door, though, even without making a perception roll, all of you could notice the hieroglyphics that surround it, in particular large hieroglyphics on the keystone above the doorway. All of these are in ancient Osiriani.
I would like to know what they say, please.
I'd like to check them for traps
Oh, look
first.
at these. Yeah. Yeah.
It says High Priest only, all others forbidden.
Well, do they mean forbidden, like, we recommend you not do that because it's against the rules, or is it like there's magic there and it's going to kill us?
Is it trapped?
It just says forbidden.
Okay.
Yes, but this is a temple of Nethys. I'm going to check it for traps.
You may search it for traps if you so wish with a perception roll.
This is exactly where they would have gone.
Of course it is.
Good stuff.
Citra gets a 21 to check it for
21.
traps.
And what do you get if you're not checking for traps with that roll?
19.
19? Okay. Looking this over, you don't see any signs of traps. It is locked. However, as you glance down, there are small notches and scratch marks around the lock. This has been picked. Recently, seemingly.
We're going the right way.
Someone else picked this lock.
Whomever picked this, however, seemed to have locked it once they went through.
Can you pick it again?
If she does, it's going to give them, if they're still inside, an idea that we're coming.
Well, what
they'll
else
have
am
time
I
to
gonna do?
prepare.
Am I gonna?
Well, to be fair, you guys were just having a conversation about what it said over the archway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not
In normal speaking
we're not
voices.
speaking. We're not
I thought it was a stone
stealthing.
door. The stone door?
Yeah, but if they're going to hear the scratching of someone and expertly attempting to pick the lock, they probably would have heard the sound of someone.
Talking.
Fair enough.
I mean, if
Regardless,
you're
I'm
taking
not-
20, it's going to take you a good while to do that. But
I'm not slamming into this door with my body, so we're gonna need to pick it.
so I mean, you could either take 10 or disable it, or
22.
like roll to disable it. 22.
Disable it and lock them inside. Take that.
You would successfully pick through, giving a nod to your companions as you unlock it.
All right.
I imagine stepping back so that Sagira can step forward. You can actually stand 2 abreast in front of it. You can feasibly form up 2 by 2 if you want to.
Everybody
Yes.
spread out.
Get in fireball formation. Yeah.
Glancing as now you're basically almost inside of the room at the end of the hallway. You can tell that this just seems to be a shallow, empty pool. Bench is bolted to the floor in the small alcove across from the pool.
All right, I'm gonna push this door open.
I'll actually let everyone make a, let's go with a wisdom check.
Okay.
It's not wise to open this door.
I get a 9.
Sudi gets a 16.
Sitra gets a 7.
On yours, it's a 19.
On yours, you'd notice the same thing everyone else did, but probably pause, glancing curiously towards that bench, and then kind of turning and glancing back in the direction towards the cubbies you went through, the 2 small rooms. All the furniture is bolted down. The bed was, the footlocker, this bench.
And that's all the stuff that's being maintained.
Yes.
And the ring, the rod for the curtain is embedded in the wall, but the brass
Yes.
rings and stuff aren't.
Correct.
It's anything that's attached to the building. The furniture's all been bolted down. The bar for the curtain is embedded in the wall, but the rings and the curtain itself and all the bedding and everything in the footlocker isn't.
Does that mean I shouldn't open this door?
No, I'm just saying that's why it's being versus what's decayed and not.
I don't know.
Seems like an oversight.
Some sort of thing about this building, like
The building maintains anything that's attached to it. Because that's what its owning is.
It's part of the building.
Interesting. We still don't know what's actually maintaining it. By might? Maybe.
If it's magic, they went out of their way to conceal it. You can open the door, it just sort of occurred to me.
okay. I open the door.
Might be pertinent later.
Pushing open the door.
Weapon ready.
This sparsely furnished room contains a bed frame bolted to the floor, in one corner next to a lacquered end table, also bolted to the floor. On the opposite side of the room, a wooden desk has partially collapsed against the wall. Doors exit from the room opposite of the way that you came in, as well as another door off towards the right-hand side. This room is substantially larger than those other ones that you saw. This
the
would
high
have probably
priest.
been the High Priest's chambers.
Makes sense. Okay. Are there any tracks in this room?
On yours, will detect magic for funsies.
With his eye.
You may make a survival check to search for tracks.
Well, I'm assuming they would have picked up anything that was magic that was left.
Oh, most likely.
Not 1, so 7.
By nothing.
No.
Can any of the rest of us make perception checks to try to find signs of their passing, or do we have to use a survival check?
I mean, you can make perception checks to see if they were in this room, but you wouldn't be able to see which direction that they went. I mean, feasibly, you guys could both go over towards the doors and see if either of these doors have been picked, like the last one was, or...
That's what I'll do.
I get a 17 just to see if there's anything that seems to have been obviously disturbed in this room.
I'm
Yeah.
still gonna detect magic.
I'll check the other 2 doors. I get a 22.
So, 22 looking for any signs of tracks?
No, I'm checking the doors.
Oh, checking the doors. Which door? There's one opposite of the way that you came in, and then one off towards the right-hand side.
Sure.
That one seems like, judging by the layout of this building, you don't know where the one opposite leads. The one on the right-hand side would probably lead into the same area as the small archway that you saw on the left side of the central chamber.
Okay, then I will check the other door.
The
Yeah.
unknown door?
Yeah.
On yours, would like to double check that door goes where we think it does. Just
Well,
make
sure, but that's not what she's going to examine for picking. I mean, unless she just is really interested if they
Or
lock that
signs
door.
of trapping.
With your perception roll on the door opposite of the one that you came in, this one was recently picked.
This one was recently picked as well.
Is there any magic in this room?
Glancing about the room with your detect magic, no. You would notice that desk is collapsed. It is also not bolted to the floor. All the other furnishing here, however, is.
Sitra wants to try something.
Okay.
If we unbolt something, will it decay?
Do we have anything to unbolt things with?
Yeah, if you have a crowbar or something, you could feasibly pry it.
I mean, we should do this experiment after we find these.
Yeah, I really think we don't have time for this.
But I do think that's a worthy experiment.
Sudi, checking around through the ruins of the desk. At one point, this desk probably contained papers.
Those papers are gone.
These also were not protected by whatever magic is here and crumpled away into nothingness.
Fair enough.
I wonder if you stapled them to the wall.
Considering the wall is stone, that'd be quite the feat.
Yeah, pitting them.
And considering I don't think staples exist in this world.
I guess.
Numeria.
Is the door that was recently picked locked again?
Checking the door, it appears to be locked.
Let's just keep following the picked door.
I'm gonna check it for traps.
You may,
Good choice.
Every door is checked for traps.
29.
29? There's no trap on this door.
Better safe than sorry.
So?
Pick the lock.
22.
I guess while you're picking it, I'm just gonna open that other door and glance and make sure it goes where it says we thought it was gonna go.
Making your way to the other door.
That's the one that's trapped. Click.
That would be really mean. Really mean.
This door opens easily. You would note with some curiosity, considering you weren't anticipating this whatsoever, this is a secret door.
What?
It's the
Although
other side.
not from this side.
Oh, okay.
Okay, alright. I was gonna say, it's not locked. That's weird.
Where does it
This
go?
door opens up into a rather large chamber. Rows of stone shelves fill this crowded room. There are numerous books and scrolls, stacked in what appears to be a rather large and impressive library. Although most of the books and scrolls stored here have disintegrated over time, but a few volumes engraved on more durable materials still exist.
Hey.
Stone
Okay,
tablets.
Onuris is gonna go
Numerous scroll
check this
tubes
out.
litter the floor of the room amidst the dusty remains of ruined paper and papyrus. A single door exits off of doorway exits off of the far wall from this, through which you can see the inner sanctum where you were previously. None of the shelves here have collapsed.
Well, they're part of the wall.
The scroll tubes and everything being scattered about seems to have been maybe a deliberate search.
Yeah, they searched this area.
I'm gonna detect magic, and I want to check out the titles of anything that hasn't decayed.
Maybe we should take anything that's not decayed.
Well, I think we'll raid this place after we've cleared it.
Are you all making your way into this room, or?
I'm watching. Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
just
say,
standing in the
watching
doorway.
lock
I'll
thing.
watch you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in.
Okay. Detecting magic.
There were books. Onuris had to go.
That there's magic. If it's magical, they would have already taken it.
Well, you never know.
Stepping into the room, beginning to look around. It does appear that someone has recently gone through this treasure trove of ancient history. And in some places seems to have simply pulled it down or scattered across the floor.
Those assholes.
You may make me either an appraise or a perception roll.
Can I make a profession curator check?
You know what, I'll allow it.
Can I praise
Hey.
from the doorway?
No, you would need to go and start
29 profession curator.
Profession curator.
Did you
It
get a
belongs
No, I got a 19.
in a museum.
Very nice.
Searching through the room, you would find an unrolled papyrus scroll, seemingly just discarded on the floor here. It describes, in ancient Osiriani, how the magicians of Osirian's first age could alter elementals into new forms and purposes. This text describes the concept of an Ankhat, a elemental entity that dwells within a single building or structure, such as a monument, temple, or manor. And the floors and walls of this structure are the Ankhat's veins and arteries, and the doors and windows of the building are the creature's fingers and toes. The Ankhat exists solely to maintain and protect its attuned structure. Far from a mere house servant or magical butler, an Ankhat is a structure's consciousness incarnate. It also discusses something pertaining towards a keystone. That the Ankhat are bound to their structures via a special keystone that is intrinsically attuned to the Ankhat, and they cannot leave the premises on their own. Furthermore, Ankhats cannot move through or manipulate structurally damaged parts of their attuned buildings, so they actually have a vested interest in maintaining the integrity of their domiciles.
That's why it's so nice.
When an Ankhat manifests, most often it emerges from a wall in a humanoid-like head, arms, and torso that jut out, and that while they can manifest full bodies as well, since they cannot move away from their attuned structures, they rarely have cause to.
Unless they want to tug on a cat's tail for being a jerk.
Well, even then, he was still attached to the floor.
Yeah, but I'm saying he emerged because Sudi did a bad thing.
True.
Hey, I took that back.
From what you can determine from this, the keystone binds it to the building and pacifies it. Such keystones are frequently built into the foundations of the structure, and often concealed by secret doors. If the Sanctum's keystone, or the keystone of the Sanctum's uncaught, were claimed, one could even officially order it, or give it directives.
Oh,
That's
fun.
what she's after.
Maybe.
Maybe. It didn't seem that powerful.
It's up to you if you wish to make a perception roll to
Speak
search
for
the rest of this
yourself.
room. It would take about 10 minutes, but I don't think any of you have a duration spell going on.
We're on the trail. We need to keep going.
I mean, we can come back to this room on the way
Actually,
out.
it lets you just make a, you can make a survival check if you wish.
Is this a survival check? Oh, hey, I rolled pretty good. 22.
With a 22? With your survival check, you do know that as many as 4 people were present in this room and thoroughly searching it for something.
They were searching this room for something. There's signs that they were in here.
So then they weren't looking for that, right?
No, but she may already know what it is.
Oh.
They either found it or they didn't. Whatever it is that they're searching for.
But
Well, they kept
unlocked-
moving through the structure.
Exactly. So we should probably go through that door that was picked. Go after them.
As far as I know, I'm still picking it.
By the time that...
I'm standing in the
Yeah,
doorway.
you can
looking-
go ahead and make your roll for picking that lock by this point.
22.
22? Yeah, you could easily pick through this lock.
I think we can come back and get the things that are in this room on the way out.
The creature that attacked Sudi was most likely the building's oncot.
What now?
It's a creature that's been bound to maintain the building.
Ah,
It should have a keystone in the foundation somewhere, and claiming the keystone would let you control the creature. I don't know if that's what she may be after.
interesting.
So it's been here this entire time?
And it explains why anything that's a part of the building is maintained.
Yeah, because it's alive. Huh.
Interesting. A living building.
Kind of like a haunted house.
I guess we'll keep an eye out for a keystone.
That may be what she's after.
But why? What good is it to her?
She can control the creature, and if she can talk to the creature, it would probably know exactly where whatever it is
Oh,
she's
yeah.
looking for is.
Oh, that's possible.
Okay.
It would know this building literally inside and out.
If we could talk to the creature, it would know where she is.
Possibly. But that also explains why it attacked Sudi.
I got the door open.
Alright, I guess we'll continue forward thinking about this.
I suppose stepping back into the room, you'd find Sitra tucking her picks and everything else back away into her pouch.
Sagira, I guess, is going to step into the next room.
Make your way up to the door.
Yep.
Opening the door, ahead of you is a passageway only about 4 feet wide, unadorned at this point. None of the murals and such that you'd seen elsewhere. There's a single door at the far end of this 4 foot wide, 15 foot long hallway. Curiously, blood is sprayed across one wall.
Oh, God.
Is it fresh?
You can smell the coppery smell from here, and your light would glint off of it enough to let you know that it is relatively fresh.
I guess I'm going to continue forward.
Very well. You make your way up to the door on the opposite side.
Check it for traps.
Yes, I will check
There's
it.
how much blood?
There's a fair amount of blood splattered here, as well as close to the door. It looks like there are also possibly tracks, as they stand out pretty readily since somebody walked through said blood.
Like enough blood that somebody was really hurt blood?
Badly injured.
I just want to make sure it wasn't a trap that went off and tried to kill somebody, because I don't want it to go off on us.
Oh, you're asking.
I was
I guess
asking her
ask,
to-
Citra.
God damn it. 16.
So, asking Citra. No, you don't see any signs of a trap. Possible that there was a fight here.
I'm going to open the door.
Can you follow the tracks in the blood?
Do they lead toward the door, right?
Yes.
I mean, I have to open the door.
Very well. As you make your way up towards the door, there would be an audible click as you step halfway down its length, a scythe blade protruding, whipping out from the wall, slicing towards you with a 35.
Wow.
Dang it.
My AC's a
I knew I was
13.
gonna miss it.
I knew this was probably someone getting injured by a trap.
You were right.
You take 10 points of damage as blood would spray, slicing across, neatly painting over the spray pattern that was there before.
Sagira's like,
Did Sudi ever drink the potion Onuris gave him, or did you just hold on to it?
No, I most definitely
Apparently,
drank
I
that.
still have one.
I most definitely drank the potion you gave me.
I'm only down 10, but they're going to hit me if they try to hit me, is where I'm at. Like, I have a 13 AC.
You would hear a whirring sound, and then a click, 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 snap, as the scythe blade would retreat back into the wall, and then neatly fold back into place as the trap automatically resets itself.
I'm going to try and disable this.
You're now on the other side of it, though.
Oh. Is the door open?
No, you've reached the door, but the door is closed.
Don't step on that. Sagira says.
I think I'm going
Do you
wait
want to
first.
try to open the door without it being checked for traps?
I'm going to look for traps myself.
I think
Alright, so you can make a perception roll.
Let's Sitra disable this first.
Citra, you're aware that the trap is here, so you may make a disable device.
Oh, that's not what I was rolling. Okay. 24 to disable it.
I get a 19 to look for traps.
Cool. Looking for traps, you see no signs of a trap. With a 24 to disable this, you would successfully manage to disable this trap. In the process, noting, you are not the first.
She reset it after.
Of course she did.
Someone disabled this, went through here, and then apparently reset the trap.
But somebody
That's-
triggered it first.
But someone triggered it first.
So she did it was the exact same thing that just happened to us.
Yeah.
You would notice, go ahead and make me a survival check for Sagira.
Perfect. 24. Let's see. This is tracking. So that's 28.
Curiously, there's not a great deal of blood on the floor. Again, it mostly slashed across and then splattered across the wall. There is a blood trail. Oddly, though, it is not the booted feet, but the barefooted man, whose bloody footprints are left making their way deeper into the structure. And some of his footprints coming back. As if he then came back up here, he stopped. Maybe took a second to bandage himself? Or most of the blood had worn off of his feet by that point. You can't be certain if he'd received some form of magical healing. But no, it looks like it was the barefooted man that was injured by this.
That's weird.
What is?
This blood doesn't. It seems like it's. Look at the footprints. They're bare feet.
Our mystery man.
Yeah, it seems like he was the one that was injured. And went in and did whatever he did and came out and did whatever he did. But, Idori disabled this. The first time
and
through.
then reset it after her.
I mean, that's what I would do if I was, a mercenary, rogue.
Do we get XP for that trap, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
You do garner experience for being stabbed by that trap.
That hurt.
You net experience for defeating a challenge rating of 4, netting the party 300 XP.
I suppose we should press on for now.
Yeah. I'm gonna open the door. I checked it for traps. I have faith in myself.
The door is locked.
Oh, the door's locked.
And
Take
back.
10 and get a 22 to disable.
22. You could unlock this door. It has been picked before, and apparently relocked. Opening the door to this chamber.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do next. Like, kind of pushing on my bleeding wound, I guess. I don't have any band-aids.
I think that injury requires more than a bandage or a band-aid.
There's no magical bandage.
You didn't see. You saw the barefooted footprints coming back through the blood, but nothing from the Scorched Hand.
They haven't left yet. I didn't see their footprints leaving the entrance.
Maybe it's not a door resetting everything.
He didn't. He was injured by it, and then he left. He might have reset it.
Maybe it's not them locking everything behind them. Maybe it's
Oh.
the building.
Maybe it's the building, yeah. I wish we could talk to it. Does it speak?
Did the paper say if it's
The paper didn't say anything pertaining towards the speaking.
I would think so because you could issue commands to it.
I'm gonna
but the paper wasn't very.
I'm gonna pet the wall and then Taryn say, "Hey, buddy, I'm sorry we fought earlier. Can we be friends?"
We're all cool here, right?
Once again, Jess tries to befriend the monster.
It's not. It's a guardian. It's a house, really. I'm just trying to see if it'll talk to us, and I speak Terran. Maybe it speaks Terran. It's made out of stone. I don't know.
It does not respond.
Coochie coochie coo.
It was not a fan of that, so I guess, okay.
I mean, it's stone. So
Stepping into the room. I'm also pretty clumsy, so like I have like an 8 dexterity right now, so I'm just like blah, blah, blah. I really miss my 14.
That's how I feel about my strength.
I am glad I didn't stop my strength, because I would have been like, okay guys,
We're gonna come back to the Temple of Bastet and they're gonna be like, what the heck did you do?
it made me real clumsy, guys, sorry.
Opening the door. Clink! No.
I hate this deity.
Screw you, Nethys.
Nethys, the god of magic and traps.
I've done it, guys. My whole goal for this adventure path, making Jessica hate Nethys.
I actually like
No more
Nethys a
Nethian
lot.
war priests.
That's Sagira that hates Nethys, thank you.
Opening this door. The door opens into an octagonal chamber.
Okay.
This chamber is empty, save for a large metal chest against the wall off towards your right-hand side. A series of hieroglyphs are inscribed on the wall above it. Stone doors are on the wall opposite of the wall that you just came in through.
Bloody footprints?
You can see. Go ahead and make me a survival check.
I'm probably the only one that's imagining this, but I imagine Mo from Wall-E just coming around and cleaning everything up afterward as part of the house.
19.
With a 19, there is a set of bloody footprints, as well as a single set of bloody boot prints
They stepped in his blood.
going through this room. You can tell that there are the tracks of multiple people heading through this chamber. However, there are only the barefooted person returning.
Okay. Boot print is probably because they stepped in his blood.
It appears to be so.
What do the hieroglyphs say?
That feels like a trap.
Do you read the hieroglyphs?
Yes, I read the hieroglyphs.
Reading is dangerous, guy. Wow, that's...
Well, reading's not dangerous. It's just a single chest alone in the room feels like a trap.
Feels like a boss key.
Because I literally just got, like, murderated.
It says the righteousness and the holy have no need of staff, rod, or ring. Place your faith in the good magister and walk without fear.
Directly beneath this is the ironbound chest. Onuris may also make me a knowledge religion.
Okay, that's a good roll. 24 on the knowledge religion.
You would know reading over this, I suppose pausing to consider it. The good magister refers to the Sanctum's high priest, and refers to that person's control over magic, not his righteousness.
I'm gonna open up that chest. What's in it?
I bet you just walk forward.
The chest is unlocked and empty.
Where did the footprints go?
Considering how much luck we
They're
had
the only
with
other door in this chamber.
not being followers of Nethys, we may have a problem here.
Doesn't say you have to follow Nethys. It just says you have to have faith or something.
The righteous and the holy have no need of staff, rod, or ring. Place your faith in the good magister and walk without fear.
Is there a statue in here?
No.
Well, I'm not righteous or holy.
I will let anyone who wishes make me a wisdom check.
Wisdom.
Okay. I get an 18.
Sudi gets a 15.
Sitra also gets an 18.
Onuris gets a 23.
Onuris would be the first to come to this understanding. Nethys is the god of magic. He's the god of wizards. What this is implying is that the righteous and the holy, in this case probably referring to someone gifted with magic, going forward from here have no need of their staff, their rod, or their ring. They have no need of their magic items. Place your faith in the good magister and walk without fear.
Oh, put your
This
magic
chest
in.
is leave your magic here and then proceed before you enter into the holier
But
sanctum.
they didn't.
But it does not appear that they did.
Well, the good news is, guys, I can't screw this up because I have no magic on me whatsoever.
You have no rods, rings, or staves to leave behind.
I have
Citra walks forward and puts her +1 light crossbow in there.
I have a ring of protection and I have a +1 Kopesh. I have a 13 AC.
I like the kind of the Sagira looks up. It's like it says nothing about Kopeshes. Keeps walking.
It's true. But they didn't put theirs in here either. I don't know if that will hinder them or help them. This seems to be a thing.
The implication here with the good magister would have been the high priest. So
He's
put
not
your
here.
faith that the high priest is going to do nothing with your items, and you can continue to walk forward without fear of your items being taken. Why you should leave behind your
Magic.
magic, you have no idea. But then again, you've never been to an inner sanctum of the Church of Nethys.
Especially not one that's 2,000.
Can I make a knowledge religion?
Maybe you have to rely solely on the magic you have innate, like your own magic.
What are you attempting to determine?
Just if I've ever heard of anything like this before or anything like that. I only get a 17.
Your mind could swarm through dozens of things that this could be. I mean, this could just be a simple riddle. This could just be a ritual that the elite people were expected to take place. It's possible that if this was a meeting place for powerful wizards, that this was an implication of leave your magic items here so that everyone is on equal standing when it gets down there. It's possible that this could be a challenge. That if you have faith in your magical ability, leave your trinkets behind and use your pure magic going forward if there's dangers past this.
I don't have magic, so I don't have faith in that. I will be taken.
It's also possible this could, in fact, be some sort of riddle. There could be a trap that triggers only if you're carrying magical items. You have no idea.
But they obviously had magic equipment with them the last time we saw the Scorched Hand, right? And there's nothing
you saw them carrying...
And they didn't come back.
You don't remember the Wand of Grease?
Oh, yeah.
It was shoved in your face.
And that's certainly not in here.
There is no Wand of Grease, and they have not returned.
Unless they've already expelled all of the charges of the Wand of Grease.
Well, unless, and I'll go ahead and give this to you guys with all of your high wisdom checks, unless they did drop all their stuff in here, went down there, then the barefooted man returned, took all their stuff, and then left.
Yeah, I was actually
Man, I
thinking
hope
about
that's what
that.
happened.
He was just sitting there going, dang it, no magic boots.
I hope that's what happened. I love
He's been
that.
wandering this place for like 2 weeks looking for a pair of shoes.
Okay.
So what do we think?
I think
Onuris' armor class is going to change to an 11 if I leave my magical shield and armor behind.
I'll be down to a 12.
Nothing for me will change, so I mean, it's up to you guys.
I'll be down to a 12 and I won't have my big weapon. The weapon that does damage. Like I'll have a kukri and a bow.
Citra, what you thinking?
I already put my crossbow in there.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm just going to suffer.
This is a holy site. Onuris is a priest.
I mean, well, it's not necessarily your god, and not even one of the old gods. It is Nethys, believed by
Yeah.
some to be the first pharaoh.
I'll leave the shield and the armor.
Is your armor magic?
Yes.
We picked it up. It's weird.
It's my +1 scale mail that we found in that house of
That's right.
Panthero.
So you're like, okay, guys, help me strip out of this armor.
Okay, it said
Your
ring.
lovely golden chest.
It said ring specifically, so I will leave that.
It said staff, rod, or ring.
I will leave a ring.
Now, it's up to interpretation whether or not that means all magic. I mean, from Nethys' standpoint, that's basically all the magic wizards would need, would be staffs, rods, and rings. Although it doesn't say anything about wands or
It
scrolls.
also, yes, wands, scrolls, potions, or other magical items that like magical clothing.
I will leave my ring of protection here.
He should
Not-
have been
I mean,
more specific.
They're going to hit me at a 13. They're going to hit me at a 12.
True.
But they can pry this sword from my cold dead hands.
You feel an odd sense of loss as you place the ring in this box.
Yeah, because you're cursed by the ghosts.
Oh yeah.
I could
that's
use a
good.
little ghost love right now. I'm very cursed by actual curses.
Cursed by other terrible things, too.
I'll come back for you, ring, and if that barefoot guy takes you, I'll hunt him and I'll get that ring back. I say out loud to the
Unless he
ring.
took
This
the
is
ring and then
probably
got
a
the
horrible
the
mistake,
mind
but let's
plague.
carry on.
He gets the. Oh my god.
I smell a side quest if he takes our stuff.
Does the box lock?
Well, no, you're supposed to trust in the.
Well, he ain't here.
well,
I mean, it has a lock, but it is unlocked.
You should lock the box.
we don't have a key. Oh, I guess you have. Hey,
Citra
that
gives you a look.
was a
I
definite
always
Jordan,
have a
not
key.
Sudi moment.
I will lock the box.
Yeah.
Very well. You would lock the box.
Alright.
Making your way forward, though, pressing and opening this door,
Yep.
the door would creak open slowly. Cool air would come up to greet you. Beyond this door, you would find a stone set of steps descending down into the earth, and a trail of bloody footprints leading their way down towards what appears to be a solitary door. On yours, you would feel an odd, sickening sensation. Go ahead and make me a spellcraft.
20?
There's something here. Even without your spells, even without that active, you can sense potent, almost deific magic. An oozing sense of necromantic energy rolling up from the depths. And we'll pick it up here next time.
Dun dun dun. Hopefully next time I won't sound like I'm dying, guys.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to us. If you want to get in contact with us at all, you can start off with our Twitter at FindThePathChan. You can also use our hashtag FindThePathPod. We have a Reddit now, so if you'd like to check us out there, do r/FindThePathPodcast. We also have our website with our new blog on there that you can check out at find-path.com. If you have any questions that you'd like us to address in the after party, you can email us at findthepathchannel@gmail.com. And if you would, please go to iTunes and give us a review. Till next time.